And welcome to my Mariners baseball, where we have the Cincinnati Reds, and that volume is too high. The Cincinnati Reds at the Seattle Mariners, and I'm wondering why everything's too loud. Oh, it's my phone, that's why. So I have the Mariners game right now. I am a little bit late, of course, because hashtag don't quit your day job. So that's where I'm at. I got to adjust the camera because I do not like my camera angles right now. Nah, it should be okay. But maybe I should bring it back just a little bit. It's a bit zoomed in, I must say. All right, so we're back from the break. So we've got Cincinnati and the Mariners, of course. Wow, my camera really does have its problems. Yeah, it should be okay. But now we are in the top of the 8th inning, and who do we got up to bat? We got Legumina. He is up to bat against Sam Haggerty, and that is belted and foul. And hopefully, Mariners can hang on to the 6-3 lead as they have gone a little bit reverse this time. They are playing better than they were yesterday, with the exception of the bullpen still letting it down. And here is Haggerty down low for a ball. Man, my camera is a bit zoomed in. Interesting. Well, we're just going to have to work with it. Here is a pitch to Haggerty, and there is a fly ball to center field. Is that going to drop in? Nope. He is there. He makes the catch, and we've got one down so far. And in case if you have not done so yet, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to help me grow this channel. I'm at 721. Get me over to reasonably 730 by the end of this day. And now who do we have to bat today? Looks like Josh Rojas. He is up to bat right now. And Josh Rojas waiting on his pitch. And here's the pitch. And that is right in the middle for a strike. And yes, I could not make it to this game because the entire game because hashtag don't quit your day job. And if you want that prevented, subscribe to this channel. And now Rojas is waiting. Here's the 0-1. And there is a fly ball to center field. And it gets on by. And now Rojas is going to second base. And the throw to second. And it's not in time. And Josh Rojas will get on board with a double. It was a missed time by the left fielder. Gets on by. And he took advantage of it and got himself a double. So a nice bloop shot by Josh Rojas. So that will get the Mariners another scoring opportunity, which they do need because I just don't believe that 3 runs is enough for the Mariners. Not for this bullpen right now that has been severely struggling at this time. And now here's J.P. Crawford. Now it's back to the top of the lineup. J.P. Crawford has a double, a single, and a walk. Or that was Josh Rojas, but Rojas has been playing very well. Here's J.P. Crawford. Here's the pitch, and that is in there for a strike. Just barely in there, right on the outside corner. J.P. Crawford is batting leadoff. J.P. Crawford, here's the pitch, and that's going to be a ball. J.P. Crawford is now 2 for 4 with 2 singles and a run. On deck is Julio Rodriguez. I'm pretty sure there's a really good shot that he will get another shot to get 3 home runs in the game, matching Jose Altuve for today. Crawford with 14 home runs and 47 RBIs. Here's the pitch, and that time it is outside for a ball. That is going to be a 1-1 count for J.P. Crawford. J.P. Crawford now batting .272, 14 home runs, and 47 RBIs. J.P. Crawford waiting for his pitch. Here's the 2-1, and that is outside for a ball, 3-1, and now he has an opportunity to get on base. Hopefully he can get on base to help put some more runners on the Mariners, give Julio Rodriguez a chance to put up some runs as he would be next up to bat. J.P. Crawford, he is waiting for a 3-1 count, and here is the pitch, and ball 4, take your base, as the Mariners now have runners on first and second.
Why do you like him?
Because he gets on base.
Now, Julio Rodriguez, he is now up to bat. Julio Rodriguez is now, yep, he's flashing that trident, that's for sure. Julio Rodriguez is now he's batting second in the order. Julio Rodriguez has been playing fantastic today. He has 2 home runs. Let's see if he can make it 3. Here's the pitch, And there is a fly ball to center field, and this time he's not going to get that home run. The center field is there, makes the catch, and Josh Rojas will have to remain at second base as it just wasn't deep enough for him to run to third. But he really did try that home run effort, but it just didn't happen this time. Just not this time. They got a little bit under it, of course. And now we've got 2 outs, and whoever is up, hopefully he can step up to the plate and make something happen. And now we've got Cal Raleigh up to bat. I do think it should be Eugenio Suarez. I don't really like this lineup change at all. Last three home run game was Kyle Seager on August 13th, 2019. Here's the pitch to Cal Raleigh. And here is a fly ball to center field, and that is not going to do it. And he's there. He makes the catch. But, I mean, yeah, Mariners had 2 runs on base, and unfortunately they could not get anything out of it. So we will be back after these commercial break, and hopefully the Mariners can hang on. Now time to show my Modern Exterior commercial.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
And if you would like those services, go ahead and call that number. And I just got to find my webcam because I seem to have lost it at the very moment, but now it's on reverse, so I got to flip it. And now I have done so, and I think my camera angle is a little bit better because it's not as zoomed in as it was zoomed in more than it should. Let me see if I can zoom it out just a little bit, because right now my camera angle is too close. I think that's as far as it I think that is as far as it can go, and it looks like the Mariners are back from the break, and hopefully the Mariners can hang on to this lead that they barely have. A 3-run lead is just not enough. Oh, you start school, Reese Beast. Come on, man. While you're at school, get your friends to subscribe for me as well. Could use some help on there. Now I'm at 721 subs. In case none of you have done it yet, please hit that subscribe button as I am trying to grow this channel the best I possibly can. We are now in the bottom of the 8th inning, and Matt Brash is still on the mound. Actually, not as Matt Brash. It's out Justin Topa. I do think Matt Brash should still be on the mound because he was pitching pretty well in the last inning. Yes, thank you, Reese Bees. Get those subscriber count for me because my goal is 1,000 by the end of the month, which would be very ideal. And here's the pitch to Topa, and here is a fly ball. Is it playable? It is well out of play. It's a foul ball. Now I wonder if this new Red Stadium, well, it's not new. It's around 20 years old, but I wonder if it was also considered the house that Griffey built. I personally wouldn't. But, man, I got to get some water because it was a really long day for me at work because hashtag don't quit your day job. And I just lost 2 home runs from Julio Rodriguez. And here is the pitch, and that is well outside for a ball. It was an unnecessary pitch out that was going on. Harrison Bader, he is now 1 for 2, 0 for 3. Fly out in the 6th, and yep, hopefully Mariners can get out of this. And that's a ball. Cal Raleigh tried to sell it to him, but Justin Topa, for some reason, is just pitching it outside too much. I love ice water. And now here is Topa the set. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and there's a ground ball right to Rojas. The throw to first, and it's in time, and now there is 2 outs for the Cincinnati Reds. Hopefully the Mariners can get out of this really fast, which would be very ideal because Mariners cannot afford to lose another game because right now, the Houston Astros are just absolutely just killing it right now. It was a nice bouncer, but Josh Rojas was there just in time to throw him out, so that was great. And now we've got a strike. And now it's Noelvi Marte. Marte is now one of the new prospects for the Cincinnati Reds who just got called up. He needs a triple to hit for the cycle as he has had a fantastic game. And here's the pitch. And he's had a great game and he was one of the high coveted prospects for the Mariners. He was a highly touted prospect, but the Mariners packaged him to get Luis Castillo to make that playoff drive for the Mariners. And yep, trying to find what's the next commercial to go through. All right, here it is. I got the next one. And now here is Noelvi Marte. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that is a ball. 0-2 for Noelvi Marte. Hopefully, Marte doesn't get the triple off of the Mariners' expense, which would be very unfortunate. Now here is the 1-2 pitch on the way, and that is a ball. And Cal Raleigh is really desperate to sell it to the umpire, but the umpire is not bulging one bit. So we're going to try this again, and hopefully the Mariners can get out of this as quickly as possible, get the offense going. And now here is the 2-2 pitch on the way, outside for ball 3, 3-2. I would say you got to try to get something in the inside as the best you possibly can, but I mean, it's tough to do it when you have a guy that is 3 for 3 right now. But can the Mariners get out of this inning? It would be very ideal. And here is the pitch, and that is outside for ball 4, and Marte will be denied of that triple, but he does get on base, so now that leaves Cincinnati still with an opportunity to make something happen. The Texas Rangers are just nothing but falling apart right now, and it could be possible that they could miss the playoffs as Houston and the Mariners look like they are going to be fighting it out. Hopefully the Rangers will be on their struggling end once the Mariners play them in their last stretch, the last 10-game stretch, which will be a very brutal stretch. I mean, Angels are pretty much out of it. A's they've been out of it since day one. And now here, who do we have here? Astros are winning 9-0. So this was the time for Texas to be our friend, but that was not going to happen. Texas is absolutely dominating the Rangers 9-0. And now here is Topa. Here is the pitch. And that is a liner foul. And that really looked like from that camera angle, it could have gone wrong in so many different ways. And once again, I'm at 721 subscribers. Just need to get me to 1,000. The goal is to get to 1,000 by the end of September. And also, I'm doing some football content as well, so watch out for those. And now here's Tyler Stevenson, 11 home runs, batting .254, 48 RBIs. And now here's the 0-1 pitch, and that is inside for a ball. And Justin Topa is just really struggling on his location right now. Now it's 1-1, 1-1 count, 13 pitches for Tyler Justin Topa. And here's the pitch inside for a ball, and Topa has absolutely lost his control. I mean, that is why I would have preferred Matt Brash to be the pitcher, but of course, Scott Service doesn't know how to do that. He doesn't even know what he's allergic to letting his bullpen pitchers pitch as much as they can because there are times to do it. And here's the 2-1 pitch, and it's outside for ball 3. It's a 3-1 count, and now the Mariners are in danger of having 2 men on base, which could leave an opportunity for the Reds to tie this game at their very best case scenario. Justin Topa is just off today. Here is Topa. Here is the 3-1 pitch, and there is a line drive, and that is a base hit, and Marte is at second base, and now the Reds have 2 men on scoring position, got the tying run at the plate, and now the Reds have an opportunity to make this comeback. And I've been saying it, like, I really don't think the bullpen is that much special. And yes, they have nice numbers, but they give up the runs and always give up the hits when the situation is absolutely critical. Now we got the pitching coach having a talk with Justin Topa, trying to wonder what is going on because he had 2 strikes on Marte to get him out, but then he ended up walking him, and he was ahead of him on the count. Now the Reds, they are awaiting their opportunity. I have 3 viewers so far. I do appreciate you 3. And Andres Munoz, the reliever of the month of August, which I think it shouldn't have happened, but he is on the mound, or he's on the bullpen right now warming up. But until then, Justin Topa really needs to get out of this inning really fast and desperately, or else things really will get out of control. And we don't want that to happen because this month has gone out of control for the Mariners. Here's Topa. Here's the pitch, and that is a strike. The Reds are now 0 for 7 in runners in scoring position, but that could change real quickly. So this is their opportunity to make something happen. And here is the 0-1 pitch on the way, and that is drilled to deep right field. Forget about that one, and that is gone. And Justin Topa just gave up a 3-run home run. The game is tied, and the Reds have just tied this game, and now it is now anyone's game. And again, things have gotten really out of control. And can't tell you that I'm right, but I was right. They should have just kept in Matt Brash. Topa was just off today, and this is where the mismanagement of Scott Service has come into play, where he put in Dominic Leone when he just clearly was not a good pitcher. I mean, I think they just brought him in for basically publicity stunts, but now Martini, he has now hit a home run, and now things have just gone instantly out of control. It looked like Teoscar was going to catch it. That camera angle, by the way, was just absolutely awful. And now the Reds have an opportunity to really break this game open. And now here's the pitch by Topa and a bunt attempt, and that's going to be a strike. And it just could not get any more frustrating for the Mariners. Like, if the Mariners do lose this game, they will lose their division lead, which they have had for, believe it or not, for almost 2 weeks. And now that's about to change. And now here's the pitch, and that is a strike. And now you got one more strike to go. And this is where the bullpen has completely, it sounds like they're just really, they just don't have the mental aspect to really take care of this. And now here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's down low for a ball. It seems that when the Mariners have an 0-2 count on anyone, they just cannot take on the pressure to strike these guys out. And now the Mariners are in absolute danger. It looks like the Reds have this game going in their way. Looks like they have the upper hand on this. And here's the 1-2, and there's a line drive caught by Eugenio Suarez, and that will retire the side. But the Cincinnati Reds have tied this game on a 3-run home run by Martini, and we will be back after these messages. Time to show some Circuit City commercials to make me feel some nostalgia.
He's always inviting me over to watch his big, fancy TV.
And you hate him for it. So you want something bigger and better for a lot less money.
Yeah.
At Circuit City, we have all the hottest new TVs, from HD TV to plasma, LCD, and more. And with unbeatable prices guaranteed, you'll find the perfect one.
Excuse me. Wow. It's actually 2 outs. We got a 2-0 count on Spencer Steer, 0 for 3 right now. And that is ball 3. And Topa once again just keeps on struggling. De La Cruz is now on deck, and he could easily change things. I mean, you just knew that a 6-3 lead was just not going to be enough for the Mariners. It just wasn't. 1 for 8 for Steer. And here's the pitch. And that is a ground ball right to Suarez. The throw to first, and it's in time. And that will retire the side. But that was not until that Martini just hit a 3-run home run to tie this game. And we'll be back after these messages.
Circuit City's 56th anniversary sale is going on now, and you'll find hot deals in every department. Right now, save an incredible $300 on this complete E-Machines desktop system, featuring an Intel Celeron D processor, 80-gig hard drive, Canon photo printer, DVD-ROM CDR-W drive, and a 17-inch flat-screen monitor. Only $339.99 after mail-in rebates. Come celebrate the savings at Circuit City's 56th anniversary sale.
Our son is about to go off to college.
And we want to make sure he gets exactly what he needs.
I really need a motorcycle.
We're getting him a laptop.
Laptop.
Mm-hmm.
Come into Circuit City today and pay no interest for up to 24 months on all notebook computers. And right now, save $230 on this thin and light compact with DVD burner. Just $749.99 after mail-in rebates. Only at Circuit City.
I don't believe there's anything that can keep my family happy during an 8-hour car ride on our family summer vacation.
That's cool. Oh.
Could I see that just one more time?
Circuit City is the one place to go for portable fun this summer. In-store or online. We'll help you make the right choice. All at unbeatable prices. Guaranteed. Circuit City.
If you love the convenience of shopping online, but you want to get a hold of your stuff ASAP.
And we are back from the break, and they're showing off some home runs by Teoscar Hernandez, who hit a 2-run home run early, and also that Julio Rodriguez hit 2 home runs in the game. He had an opportunity to hit his third, which he really should have, but it didn't happen. But now here's Teoscar Hernandez, who really can be the hero for the Mariners. Would be nice for him to just hit any kind of a home run, just anything to make something happen. But he's going to have to do it against Alexis Diaz, who's now a 2.30 ERA. 79 strikeouts and 29 walks. Hopefully he can make something happen. And that is now a strike. You got Teoscar Hernandez. He's up to bat. He's waiting for his pitch. And now here is the 0-1 pitch, and it's outside for a ball. It's going to be an 0-1 count for Teoscar Hernandez. And I got to change my banner score. Wow. Now, here's the pitch to Teoscar. Check swing, did he go? He did not. Batting .267 with 25 home runs and 86 RBIs, getting close to his numbers from his Toronto days from last season. Here is the pitch, 2-1 pitch. Down low for ball 3. And actually, he had 25 home runs last season, so he does have an opportunity to break that to make it 26 home runs. Mariners ERA 3.43. I'm telling you, that's not really good. It's not that great of numbers at all. And now here's Teoscar. Here's a 3-1 pitch on the way, and that is low for ball 4, and Teoscar gets on base.
Why do you like him?
Because he gets on base.
And hopefully Dominic Canzone can make something happen, as the game is still tied at 6-6. And while in the meantime, if you are in tune with this, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Help me grow this channel, as I really want to keep it going. I am doing more than just the Mariners going forward. Here's Dominic Canzone. He's up to bat right now. And here is the pitch to Canzone, and that is inside for a ball. Canzone bats 5th in the order. Wonder what happened to Suarez. And now here is the 1-0 pitch on the way, and a swing and a miss, and he was fooled on that one. Didn't even have to swing at that. It didn't even look like it was going to be a strike anyway. So it's not like it was that great of a breaking pitch. So he really is trying to play hero when it's just get on base. Double in the 7th inning, by the way, he's 1 for 4. And now here's the 1-1 pitch, and that is line drive and foul. And if that actually was safe, that could have actually done something. Would be great if the Mariners can take the lead to give Andres Munoz an opportunity, a save opportunity, because you do not want him on a non-save opportunity. And here is Dominic Canzone batting .248, 5 home runs and 15 RBIs. Here's the pitch, and that's a ground ball foul. He's just chasing it after chasing it. Got a teenage ball boy down there. It's nice to put them to work on that one. Here's Canzone, still at .248 batting average. Season on the road, .242 with 4 home runs, 10 RBIs, .755 OPS. Here's the 1-2 pitch, And there is a fly ball to center field, and that's going to be caught. And that's going to force Teoscar Hernandez to go back to first base, and he gets back barely just in time. And now there is one down for the Mariners. And I'm serious. If the Mariners do not score on this one, you can forget about them winning. Like, I know there's this whole, you just got to believe in them. But right now, the momentum belongs to the Cincinnati Reds. And now you got Ty France up to the plate where you can pretty much just guarantee a double play on this one. Here's Ty France. If he can come up with something, that would just be great. Here's the pitch. And that is inside, and that nearly hit him. And I hate to say it, in this kind of situation, he should have just took one for the team, because right now we're in a dire situation where the Mariners really got to get a man on base, as if he's already gotten hit by the pitch before, so maybe he just didn't want to. And it probably would have hit his head. But even then, sometimes you just got to take one for the team. You're wearing a helmet anyway. Now here's the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that was right on the money. That should have been good for him, but that's going to be a strike. He has 30 hit by the pitches this season, 10th in the MLB since 1900s with 30 plus. 10th player, yeah, wow. He's really taken one for the team. And now here is the 1-1 pitch, and that is a ground ball. You can call that a double play. The throw to second and the throw to first, and it's in time. And didn't I call it? It was going to be a double play the moment he even stepped onto the plate. And now you're probably going to have Andres Munoz to completely blow this game. But until then, please enjoy this commercial.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's
excuse me. Looks like they are looking to review that call. And let's see what they're saying. Looks like the play is under review. The fans are not happy in Cincinnati, understandably so. He did look like he was out. And the way that Ty France is out, or just runs, he really did not deserve it anyway. I mean, it's not like they were going to score anyway. And, yep, he was absolutely safe. So it was absolutely reviewable. So they are going to definitely overturn this one. So it looks like the Mariners will still have a breathing chance. But when you have Ty France at first base, you really have no speed whatsoever. I mean, Ty France really did do this to himself anyway. So personally, I don't think they even deserve to have a call overturned, because you hit that into that position. And that actually, it was a Mariners challenge. So good move on Scott's service to call for that replay, call for that challenge, because when you got to win, you have got to win. And on Monday, they're showing that Mike Ford just blasted a home run. So maybe Mike Ford can be the hero. I wouldn't breathe on it at all. But aside that he does strike out a lot, he still makes it up with home runs. And now you got Mike Ford up to bat. He's batting 7th in the order. 13 pitches for Diaz right now. He's been holding up the Mariners pretty well. Looks like got Dylan Moore pinch running for Ty France. And now here's the pitch to Ford, and that is outside, and Dylan Moore to second base, and he is safe. It gets on by, and Dylan Moore thought about running the third base. Maybe he should have, but it would have been into the center fielder anyway. So it's not like there was really much of a solid chance for Dylan Moore to extend that one. But he had a very fantastic jump, and there was no way that they were going to get him on that one. But I think Dylan Moore could have ran that one, but you just couldn't see. I mean, yeah, he couldn't see it at all, only that we could see. And now here is Mike Ford. If he can just get it in the gap or anything like that, that can score in Dylan Moore. Here's the pitch, and that's down for a ball 2. But the thing is, you really want to get Dylan Moore moving. Mike Ford is 0 for 3. The only highlight of his, he walked in the 6th inning. Hopefully, he can get Dylan Moore to score, at least move to third base. Here's the pitch, and that is line drive, and that is fouled in the back. And once again, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so. I mean, with only 2 viewers, it doesn't really seem that much likely, but you just never know. Right now, I'm at 721. Nope, they're just showing the replay. And that was a home run pitch for him, so he really should have got a hit on that one. And now here's the pitch, the 2-1 pitch on the way, and that is low for a ball 2. Ball 3, sorry. It's a 3-1 count. I mean, let's hope that Mike Ford gets a walk at least. And here is the pitch, and that hit him. And that just knocked him down. And he is now shaken up right now. And he will get to first base, but that did not look good. That looked like it was really painful. He is shaking up. But now there's a runner on first and second, but Mike Ford is really hurt. It does not look good. Now you have the trainer coming out trying to see if he is okay, along with Scott Service checking in as well. And now Mike Ford he is shaken up. Let's see where it hit. And that hit him right at the tip of the knee. And I've been hit both by those in that way, not by a pitch, but it hurts when you hit your knee. Like, it really hurts. But hopefully Mike Ford is okay, because if he's injured, I mean, then you may have to expedite Jared Kelnick's return, but that's not going to be possible. And it looks like he is limping, so I think that they're going to bring in a pinch runner if they really do have the option. It doesn't look like they do, but it looks like, actually, no, Mike Ford is going to give it a shot. And now you got Eugenio Suarez up to bat. I don't like that they have put him all the way down in the order. I don't really understand that at all. Like, let's take a look at Eugenio Suarez's numbers, because I can look it up. Eugenio Suarez has an opportunity to make something happen. He does well with runners in scoring position, which he has done all year long. Now I'm just looking up his splits to see where he does when he bats seventh in the order. I don't understand why they're putting him in seventh in the order. It makes absolutely no sense. And here's the pitch to Suarez, and that is low for a ball. Good eye for Suarez, because usually he would have chased those for sure. When he's batting seventh, he is batting .077 with an .0171 on base percentage. So, Scott Service, do you even look up your numbers? And here's the pitch. And it's going to be a ball outside. He did not go as a check swing. He's batting .279 with 6 home runs and 65 RBIs with runners in scoring position. So he has been one of the better players. You should have put him at least in 3 and 4. He does better in those. And now here's Suarez. Here's the pitch. And that is outside for ball 3. And now you have a decision to make, Suarez, after either just take the pitch and go for a ball, or maybe you hit it. And actually, I think you should try to hit it, because whoever is after you, he's not going to do as much for sure. It's going to be Josh. I think it'll be Josh Rojas. Not sure who it is. Now here's the 3-0 pitch. And that is a fly ball. And that should absolutely do it. He is right there. He makes the catch. And the inning is over, and now the Mariners are pretty much finished with Andres Munoz possibly coming in. He doesn't do well with a non-save situation, and this is what happens when you burn through your bullpen, Scott Service. But until then, please enjoy this commercial.
Modern Exterior Solutions is a fully licensed and insured full-service exterior renovations company serving Seattle and East Side communities. We know that a home is one of your most important possessions. That's why we're committed to providing high-quality, affordable home renovations for each customer's individual budget. We're diverse enough to meet the challenges of any project you put in front of us. Our workmanship minimizes the use of third-party services, and our team works together to meet all your deadlines. Anytime there's a challenge, we work with you to find a solution. We are proud to work with distributors of quality brand products with durable, ample protection from the elements for a variety of applications, including James Hardie siding and trim. Talk with us today about your project's needs, and we can help you solve all the challenges along the way.
If you love the convenience of shopping online, but you want to get a hold of your stuff ASAP, Circuit City makes it simple. Just buy online at CircuitCity.com and choose the in-store pickup option. We're the only place that guarantees your purchase will be ready for pickup in 24 minutes or less. If it's not, we'll give you a $24 gift card. It's that simple. Circuit City. You're on a mission to get an amazing new TV this year, but you want to be absolutely sure you pick the right one. Circuit City makes it simple. That's because.
And looks like we are back from the break. It seems that the Mariners or the Reds just couldn't wait but to get onto the plate. And now we're going to find out and see who is on the mound. But yeah, you got the Cincinnati Reds. They are tied for their wild card spot, so they are fighting for their life to finally make it to the playoffs, led by this manager, David Bell. And now we got Andres Munoz come in, and you might as well just put in the congratulations for the Reds, as Munoz has just been atrocious in non-save situations. You go back to the Baltimore games, you go back to the Mets game, you go back to the White Sox game where it was a non-save situation. It was a save situation, but he blew that miserably against Chicago. And I really wouldn't be surprised if Munoz does blow this. Like, it really just seems it's destiny for the Cincinnati Reds to win this game. They do have the upper hand mentally than the Mariners do. And now Munoz, he's going to be pitching to De La Cruz, as he's been playing pretty well in this series against the Mariners. And here is the pitch, and that is low for a ball, and it has just begun where the purge has just begun on this for the Cincinnati Reds, where they have a very good shot to win this game. And now here's Munoz, the 1-0 pitch, and that is low again for a ball. And now you have a 2-0 count on De La Cruz. Now he has the upper hand. Cruz is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. And here's the 2-0 pitch. And that is outside for ball 3, and it's a 3-0 count. And now things are really getting out of control. I mean, if only Dominic Leone didn't pitch and someone else pitched, and if only Matt Brash was allowed one more inning, we wouldn't be in this situation. Here's the 3-0, and here's a ground ball to J.P. Crawford. He has a much to make up for, the throw to first, and he's safe. And now the Reds have a runner, the winning run on first base. J.P. Crawford had a much to make up for that. It was nearly bailed out by the bad hitting by De La Cruz, but it didn't really matter. It was just a little dribbler. Didn't really have much time for J.P. Crawford to get there. It was a fantastic effort. I don't think it's challengeable. I think he's safe, unfortunately. But now, with no outs, you have a speedy De La Cruz. He could easily steal second, putting him in scoring position. And yes, he's 24 of 31. And you know how easy it is to steal. I think he's going to go. And here's the pitch. And that is a strike, his very first strike of the ball game for Andres Munoz. If the Mariners lose this game, they will lose their division lead. Got Christian Encarnacion Strand. I don't know what that is. And now here, that's his name. And the throw to first, and it is safe. I was hoping that he would pick it off, but it was a good heads-up call by Andres Munoz to make sure that he is keeping in line and not stealing. Christian Encarnacion was the one that hit the home run. It was a solo home run and a single. It's amazing that a 3-run lead is just not enough for the Mariners. And now, here he's going to second, and now the swing and a miss, and the throw to second. He is clearly safe. And now the Reds now have a runner in scoring position with absolutely no outs. What I would do, and looks like we have a call to the bullpen right now, as you should have just put in 2 pitchers at the same time. But Cruz had a great jump. There was no chance to get him out. And now he is in scoring position, and you just have to expect that the Reds have a really good shot to win this game. I mean, it looked like Rojas had a nice little tag. Maybe, no, not reviewable. And now here's the 0-2. You got to try to strike him out. And now here is the 0-2 pitch on the way, and here's a ground ball, and that is a base hit, and this game is going to be over. Teoscar, the throw to the plate, and it's not in time, and the Cincinnati Reds have won the game. The Mariners have lost the series thanks to a bullpen meltdown by the Seattle Mariners. A 3-run home run given up by Justin Topa. Now that's the second series in a row lost by the Seattle Mariners, and now they have lost their division lead since the Astros have won 9-0 pretty much, unless Texas come back, which I don't see happening. And I really have a lot to say. Like, I didn't even get to watch much of this game, but I'm going to say I am absolutely extremely concerned about the Mariners. Now they have lost the series. Now they're going to have to find a way to win tomorrow going into Tampa Bay. And now the Mariners are 1-4 in this series. Like, wow. So right now I'll do a countdown so I can basically bookmark it, but I am going to do a quick post-game show. So stand by. And now, thank you very much for bearing with me. And about to do my post-game show in about a few seconds. Ready and action. Well, there you go. The Mariners bullpen blows it once again. They had a 6-3 lead over the Cincinnati Reds, especially when you had a home run by Teoscar Hernandez, 2 home runs by Julio Rodriguez, and now the Mariners have lost it. They blew the 6-3 lead that made it 6-6 thanks to a 3-run home run. And then De La Cruz basically made everything trouble with his single to first, stole second, and then the Reds ended it with a game-winning single. And now Mariners have lost. Man, they have now lost 3 in a row. It looks like they're back to their old ways. But before I get into this rant, hit that subscribe button or hit that notification bell and hit that like button to help the algorithm of this channel. But now let's get right into it. So first, the game started for the Mariners, and it started beautifully, where Teoscar Hernandez hit a 2-run home run to make it his 25th home run, matching his home run amount from last season. And then in the third inning, bottom of the third, Jake Fraley doubled to right field. The former Mariner, who I really dearly missed, but the reason why he's on Cincinnati because the Mariners did use Jake Fraley in a trade to get Eugenio Suarez, and now that made it 2-1. But then Julio Rodriguez immediately responded with a 3-run home run, which made it 5-1. It was a home run to center field where J.P. Crawford scored and Josh Rojas scored, making his 26th home run. And then in the bottom of the 6th, it started with home runs by Christian Encarnacion Strand homering to left field. And then the former Mariner from the minor league system, Noelvi Marte, hit his first home run against the Mariners to left field. So that made it 5-3. But then fortunately, Julio Rodriguez did extend that lead to make it 6-3. And it seemed like everything was going everything's way. But before I even get into Julio, it was in the bottom of the 6th where Dominic Leone gave up 2 home runs in that inning. And I think it's clear that Dominic Leone should not be on the Mariners anymore. I know it's just a couple games and he's like, oh yeah, I get used to it. But when you're in the final stretch of the season, it is just not a good time to use him because he just isn't that good. I think the only reason why fans like him was because he was part of that amazing 2014 bullpen, which I didn't really think it was that good to begin with because Fernando Rodney was just awful. And then you still had to deal with Tom Wilhelmsen, who also wasn't that great either. But now look where we are. I mean, Dominic Leone, like his days are pretty much over. Like I don't think they should have signed him. I think they should have signed someone else that was better than that, which they could have. I don't have names to put out, but you could have had better options than Dominic Leone. And there's probably better options than him right now. So I think he should not be on the team. And I think that was a critical error by Scott Service to allow Dominic Leone to give up those 2 home runs. But fortunately, after that, Julio Rodriguez gave up he hit the home run, making it 27. I think that does match his career high. I'm going to double check and make sure that it does match his career high because I think he hit 28 last year in 2022 in his rookie year. It was 28 home runs. So he's pretty much, I think, unless he suffers a big injury or if he just slumps so badly he doesn't even hit a home run, he has a really good shot to hit his career high, 29. He could even hit 30. But then it gets to the bottom of the 8th where here's the other thing that bothered me. So Gabe Spire came in. He immediately cleaned it all up. But then Scott Service pulled him for Matt Brash, which I did not like, even if Matt Brash had a near perfect inning, because if Gabe Spire had the if he only didn't pitch that much, he should have been allowed 1 more inning. And then Matt Brash came in, did pretty well. Let me see how good he did in that time. Brash had a 1-2-3 inning, including a strikeout. So I didn't understand why you just didn't let the hot hand pitch, especially when you have a long road trip. So you got to load manage in some kind of way. But then Justin Topa came in, immediately gave up 2 hits, and then he gave up a 3-run home run, which tied the game. And the Mariners had opportunities in the top of the 9th inning where they had 2 men on base, but Eugenio Suarez hit the fly ball to center field to cause the Mariners to not score, as it was pretty much a pop-out. And then, of course, you brought in Andres Munoz, but at that point, it was just too late because Service, once again, just continues to just waste his pitchers completely just waste them. I mean, I didn't really fault Scott Service for pulling Bryce Miller after 5 innings of work. It was 97 pitches. Maybe you should have let him pitch one more because the bullpen is just not looking good at all. Like, the strength of the Mariners is no longer, it's actually surprisingly the offense. It's actually not the pitching, because they've actually, right now, in the last 7 games, they are now 22nd with a 5.40 ERA. But anyways, going into the 9th inning, when you put in Andres Munoz in a non-save situation, and once again, I am heavily questioning Major League Baseball why I even awarded him as AL Pitcher of the Month. I mean, I'm convinced that these guys, all they did was just look at his numbers, but didn't actually watch his games. I mean, I don't expect them to, because so many games to watch to follow. And then Andres Munoz immediately, he had 3 balls on De La Cruz, but then De La Cruz hit an infield single. J.P. Crawford had an amazing effort, but just didn't happen. And then De La Cruz stole second base. And at that time, I was like, yep, there's no way we're going to get out of this. And then a walk-off hit was given up. And that walk-off hit was credited to Christian Encarnacion Strand, who he also contributed really well to this game. So I'm going to say it. I am absolutely concerned about this team. Like, I really think my comments are being vindicated that the Mariners really did benefit from that easy schedule. Like, I know that you guys played Houston, but you didn't even have to hit against Justin Verlander, and you didn't really hit against any of their good pitchers either. So because of that, that means like you really didn't really play anyone. Like, you played Oakland twice. You played Oakland and you didn't even win. You barely won the series. And then, like, you couldn't even sweep Chicago. You couldn't even do that. And you also couldn't even sweep the Kansas City Royals. Like I don't understand why there's so much hype. And I don't understand why the bullpen is as hyped as they are. Like, they're just not that good. Like, when you give up 1 run, it's not going to really reflect on your ERA at all. So no one's going to really notice that, because the ones that are just basing off the numbers, they're not even watching the game. And you have to watch the game. But no one wants to admit that the bullpen is an absolute choke job. Like, the talent of their bullpen is phenomenal. But when it comes to the mental aspect of the game, they just don't have it. They can't take on the pressure. It doesn't matter if you have a big arm. It doesn't matter if you can throw a fastball. It doesn't matter if you have nasty breaking stuff. It doesn't matter if you have cool names. It doesn't matter if you have a cool pitching form like Matt Brash does. If you don't have the mental capacity to handle high clutch situations, which doesn't really get measured very well, you're going to blow these games. I mean, the Mariners got really lucky with their easy schedule in August, but then when you go into September with the 8th toughest schedule in the league, you're going to be challenged. And the Reds were definitely a challenged team. And yes, the Mets were an awful team too, but they still got hitters that hit, like Pete Alonso, for example. And you got other prospects coming up. But the Reds as well, that's a whole different animal you're dealing with. You're dealing with a team that is fighting for the wild card. And then after the Mariners play against the Reds, you're going up against an actual in the secured spot wild card, the Tampa Bay Rays. And after that, you got the Angels. And do you really want to have any do you want to go into the Angels where you lose several series in a row? Like, I hate to say it. After Cincinnati, you got to win that game, of course, because you don't want to get swept, because it'll just be humiliation. But then after that, you got to sweep the Tampa Bay Rays. Like, I know this is the whole, you cannot win it all. You just can't win it all. I know, I get that. But you can't keep losing games like this. Like, you had a 6-3 lead, and you completely give it up. Like, as talented as this offense is, they have talent. But do these guys have any clutch factor? I don't know. And with this bullpen, as talented as they are, they're not clutch at all. And they have completely shown it. Like, I remember throughout the season, I know I'm just a fan, but I was calling for this team to actually improve their bullpen. I actually thought that was the actual problem of the team. Like, I remember I was a fan in the 90s. They had the greatest offense. Ken Griffey Jr., Jay Buhner, Edgar Martinez, Alex Rodriguez. But they didn't have a bullpen. And without a bullpen, your offense really does not matter. Like, even if the Mariners had the number one offense, even if they did, I think their win differential will maybe be like 5 games? Because there's several games where the bullpen just completely gave it up. But no one wants to admit it. When I read it on Twitter, they always just hammer the offense for not scoring enough runs. They never put any accountability on the pitchers. Now, I know we're just fans. We don't really have any impact at all. But it is quite concerning that not only do the Mariners have a very concerning bullpen, but we have fans and the media even, including mainstream media, they don't even know. They're not even aware. Or they just don't even want to admit that the bullpen has issues. The only person I know that will admit to bullpen issues, my friend Jay Trident Podcast, also subscribe to him. And also the Urinating Tree, and subscribe to him as well. He pointed out in the beginning of the season, that Scott Service's pitching decisions are atrocious, and his bullpen is not clutch at all. Yes, they had good clutch numbers last season, but that was the regular season. But when it comes to the playoffs, we don't have a bullpen to win the World Series. I'm sorry to say it. We don't have a bullpen for them. We don't have the bullpen for the championship. And if this season ends with no playoffs or no World Series, their first priority is to get an actual closer. Or unless, I think the short-term thing you should try to do is let Prelander Baroa actually get a chance. And at that time, they rushed him up. But I didn't really blame him for doing it. But they also rushed him out. And also, and I'm looking at the comments on my fans. The starting pitching is also starting to be concerning as well. They're not exactly what they used to be. And the other thing, before I go, why does Scott Service pull a pitcher after 1 inning, including a 1-2-3? You really should just let him finish the inning. Finish 2 innings, especially as the hot hand. But if they don't have a hot hand, then yeah, of course you pull him. But if you have the hot hand, let him finish the inning, save your arms for the long term. Because you've really put wear and tear on this bullpen, Scott Service. You really did. And I know, I feel like I am running out of time, but this game really frustrated me. And the other thing that really should be mentioned is the starting pitching has also been a concern. George Kirby was awful. Brian Wu was awful. Bryce Miller was good, but the Reds really did put work on him. I think you should have gave him 1 more inning. Because now the bullpen, it's not the strength of the team. It really isn't. And after this season, if the Mariners don't make the playoffs, if they don't make the playoffs, I really hope Scott Service gets fired. And I know that there's no better decisions or replacement for him, but I would roll the dice on Joe Madden. He doesn't have a job right now. So give him a chance. Just give him a chance. But yeah, Brian Wu, he's completely gassed. That's the issue. So he's not going to get much opportunities in the playoffs, of course. Robbie Ray's out. Emerson Hancock is out. Marco Gonzalez is out. So if you really think about it, our starting pitching really is gassed. And that was with heavy load management from Scott Service. He didn't even let his pitchers go into 100 very much. And even that, it didn't even matter. But I think that's it for today. I think I've said more than enough. I could just go on and on, but it's going to make this video way too long. But thank you very much for watching this. Hit that subscribe button. It would make me feel a lot better about this. Go ahead and do that. If you can do that, it'd be fantastic. But anyways, that will do it. And I'm going to spend at least the last few minutes reading the comments and responding. And let's take a look at it. It was a lot. Another choke job by the bullpen. Absolutely. Yeah, in the 8th, they gave up 3 to tie. And in the 9th, they pretty much did nothing but blow it. August, yeah, it was because of the bad schedule. That's why their wins inflated. It inflated faster than our post-COVID inflation. Yeah, I did. I just didn't get a chance to read it. I'm just hoping that thing blows up to oblivion. Bullpen struggling. Yep, starters are not doing good either. How many times has Scott Service wasted bullpens because he pulls a guy after one inning? The fans are not going to admit that. Nobody wants to admit that. Wu is done. Yeah, I read that too. Castillo, I thought he shouldn't have been selected as the All-Star. That should have went to George Kirby. And also, in about a couple hours, I think in about an hour and 30, I'm going to have my fantasy football show where I'm going to do the draft and cover that. But until then, I got a lot of editing to do. Thank you very much for watching this. I hope you all have a good day. And wow, Texas 14-1 or Houston 14-1. But anyways, I got to go. I got a lot of work to do. Have a good night, everyone. And hit that subscribe button to make me feel better.